Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the webinar, the process, and all that good stuff. And we will do questions at the end. So if you have any questions at kind of like as we go, just write them down and save them for me. And at the end, I'll answer everything for you so we can keep the webinar moving right along. Okay. Cool deal. Appreciate you guys. Now, I would say the first thing I want to get to talking about is a little bit about me. You guys, you see me on TikTok. I'm kind of just now getting into the TikTok world, and I really don't have my story on TikTok. I don't have my where I got started. You know, I see a lot of guys getting started, and it's all documented on TikTok. So that's where I don't have that, because when I got started, it was way before TikTok, right? So most of my journey is documented on Facebook. So you can go on there and search me up on Facebook and go many years back and kind of see where I got started and how I got started. So really and truly how I got started as a mobile mechanic, I was working on the gas rigs as a motor hand in Pennsylvania, up there near Claysville, Indiana. I'm sure you know where that's up there. I was a motor hand, got laid off. And at that time I was 20 years old, and, you know, 20 years old working on the gas rigs. I was doing pretty decent money wise. And I've always tried to be pretty smart about my money, and I had some money saved. Got laid off. My dad told me, he said, son, he said, why don't you, you know, start doing mobile oil changes, right? Because, you know, I was servicing equipment up there on the gas rigs and stuff. And I said, that's a good idea. So, you know, I invested some money in myself. I bought a 1991 Oshkosh Grumman step van, you know, one of the old bread trucks. I called her Old Faithful. That bread truck is a service truck that I used for at least 4 or so years before I actually got another vehicle. But anyway, that service truck, you know, I took it home and I ended up buying some tools and equipment for it. And I got like a mobile oil change set up. I don't know if you guys ever see like Lube and Go, but I had something similar to that back in like 2013 timeframe. And it started off as, you know, doing mobile oil changes, and I lived in West Virginia. So West Virginia at the time, everybody was DIY, do-it-yourselfers. Nobody wanted to pay anybody to work on their car, right? So very mountainous. There was no cell phone service or anything like that. So I ended up moving. So I moved from Southern West Virginia back to where I was originally from in Fayetteville, North Carolina.